Hello everyone, as you can see I've got a bathing garden wax haul and review for you. I'm super excited about this video. As you've seen, I've done about maybe two haul and reviews from the bathing garden wax company, and I really feel that it's pretty much the best of the best there is as far as wax vendors go. I haven't had a lot of experience ordering from many, but I'm just so completely over the moon impressed with Shannon, the woman who creates the tarts and owns the business, with her blends, with her customer service, with her creativity, just across the board is incredibly impressive. So she really is the master of blends and does really amazing stuff. So I'm very, very excited about that. If you don't already know her, check her out at thebathinggarden.com, I believe, and see what she's got to offer. She generally does what in the wax vendor world they refer to as restocks. Every, I'd say maybe 6 to 8 weeks, she seems to be doing a new one recently. And this one is her Alice in Wonderland theme. Now, apparently Karen of Set My Way fame told me that just about two and a half years ago, the Bathing Garden released an Alice in Wonderland collection that was hugely successful and popular. So this isn't the first time, but I think she may have some new blends in here, and really she's just gone over the top in the best possible way at creating, these themed tarts. So they're related to things that you'd find, walking through the Wonderland. So it's really, it's cute, it's impressive, it's fun. It's so impressive that a vendor is releasing collections like this. The same way that Bath and Body Works does themed collections that are under specific marketing and moods and types of scents. She's doing the same thing, so it's just really, really great. And I mean, when you look at these, it's just from the label to the things embedded in the wax to the colors of the wax. It's just across the board. Her attention to detail is truly incredible. You even see here she included. I'll show you in a second here. A playing card in every order, an Alice in Wonderland themed playing card, which is just again so cute, so over the top in a great way. Not necessary, but just so appreciated the excitement that comes with it, because again, wax isn't cheap. We all spend a lot of money on it. It's totally worth it, obviously, in my and probably your opinion. But to get these little fun extra things really makes the luxury of it and the experience of it even that much better. So hats off to Shannon. And she's very generous with free goodies, samples, all of that. So yeah, just great stuff about the bathing garden. So I'm going to set this down here and get a little bird's eye view there of the tarts. I know you can't read them exactly right now, but I'll pick each one up. I'm going to open them up, really go in depth with them. So settle back, grab a cup of tea perhaps. There are a lot of tea-themed tarts here because we're going Alice in Wonderland. And let's step through the looking glass, shall we? First up, I'm going to go in no particular order as far as my like, my dislike, whatever. There are some that are amazingly wonderful. There are a few that are not my favorites, but we're just going to go. I have the scent note list in front of me so that I can tell you exactly what they're supposed to be and then what I sniff. And the first one on my list is 6 Impossible Things. Clutch that right out of the middle. Okay, so again, attention to detail. She even does, the label. Look at that. If we go up close here, it says, why sometimes I believed as many as 6 impossible things before breakfast. So this is supposed to be roasted coffee, dark chocolate shavings, and cinnamon churros. Now, if you're not familiar, cinnamon churros are Mexican donuts, essentially. They're extruded sort of the way a funnel cake is, but just in a straight kind of stick formation. But they're a donut, like a cinnamon sugar donut. Now we see here, got the embed, a little door there, as if you're, going into Wonderland. And I'm just gonna, this is already cracked a little bit, but I'm taking the sucker all the way out because I really want to get a full sniff. Maybe I can take it halfway out. All right. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Coffee scents are hit or miss. At least, in the Bath and Body Works world, they seem to be hit or miss. But this is, I think, my second one I've gotten from the Bathing Garden, and it's just so spot on. There's absolutely a pure, true coffee. And there is some dark chocolate in there. It's light on the dark chocolate. It's not like, a dark chocolate mint kind of candle where there's a lot of chocolate. It's not so much even really mocha as just like dark chocolate shavings on top. The cinnamon churros, I get a little bit. It's not heavy on the cinnamon. It's certainly not your, if anything, it's, I wouldn't even really say it's like the cinnamon sugar donut from Bath and Body Works, and it's certainly not like a spicy cinnamon. A little bit of cakiness. Not specifically donut cakey. So I would say to me this is primarily coffee with like maybe coffee cake kind of notes to it. But really delicious. Like in the morning, this is, you know, such a great tart to melt. So I really, really like that one. Okay. Next up on our list here is Alice in Lavenderland. This one may be the most beautiful, sorry, where are we? Maybe the most beautiful tart in the entire collection. It's kind of stunning, actually. So Alice in Lavenderland. Now, if you are familiar with my videos, you know I am a huge, huge lavender fan. I've got lavender products all throughout my house. Anytime Bath & Body Works is lavender, I stock up on it. I just, across the board, I love it in any form. Herbal, astringent, floral, mixed with vanilla, mixed with anything. Chamomile, I just completely love it. Marshmallow, macaron, anything. So Alice in Lavenderland, look how pretty that is. The purple bottom, the white top, is French lavender with vanilla extract and marshmallow cream. So let's see. Let's open this one up. Sorry, I like to do that on camera. Why do I get all the fun from it, right? Some of these are a little hard to pop open. Okay. Now look at that. That is just so crazy. There's a little purple bunny, a sprig of true real lavender, gold, you know, powdery stuff on top there. You've got the marshmallow cream topper, and then the French vanilla on the bottom. So let me sniff this. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't get enough of this. It really is, she's wonderful with her marshmallow creams. It's not just sugary, it's not just vanilla. The vanilla is in the background with this, which I appreciate. It's not as strong as the lavender vanilla, or rather the vanilla is not as strong as lavender vanilla at Bath & Body Works. There is a slight astringency to this lavender, as a French lavender is. So if you smell the French lavender candle from Bath & Body Works, you know what that's like. But this is really, I would say, this is similar to the lavender marshmallow test scent that didn't go wide, and even actually, there are parts of this, because the lavender is so strong. On that one, the lavender wasn't super intense. Because the lavender is so strong on this, it actually reminds me a little bit of lavender macaron, lavender macaroon, misspelled on the label, test scent, also known as lavender caramel, from years ago at Bath & Body Works. Not exactly, because there's not as much of like a gourmand to this as that candle had, but similar to that, and just, man, this is like really a sweet lavender with the creamy marshmallow. I could actually go for more marshmallow in that, almost like half and half, or marshmallow on the bottom with a little bit of lavender on top to make it even more, you know, sweetie kind of bakery for the folks who love kind of the sweet stuff, but just really, really great. Then we've got, let's talk about this actually, I failed to mention. This here is just a little tiny, you know, tart as a free, you know, with purchase pack in, that sort of looks like the little Eat Me cake that Alice would eat, you know, to go on her adventure. And so this one, I'm not sure exactly what it is. I want to say that it's similar to like a caramel velvet coffee cake, which is coffee beans, espresso, caramel, and cake bites. Not sure that this is exactly what this is. To me, I actually get a bit of espresso, something kind of fresh in there almost in a weird way. There definitely is like almost a butterscotch caramel, a bit of hazelnut and cream in here. Really nice. Not something that I would usually purchase myself, but it's really nicely done. So that is that. That was just a freebie that she throws in, which, again, super appreciated. Let's move next to Easter Basket, with Easter being 2 days away here. I'm filming this on Friday the 18th. So this is Easter Basket. The notes read fresh orange, cake, and vanilla. So not orange cake, but fresh orange, comma, cake. So I assume like a white cake. And vanilla layered with sugar crystals. Now this is where the art comes out in this wax. So obviously really cute label. When you open it up, there's a pink egg wax embedded in there. There's the yellow top layer, and then we've got the orange bottom layer. So again, I like to play with my wax. I'm going to take it fully out so you can see it, and so I can get a good sniff. So just really look at that. That is an Easter basket if I've ever seen one. This is, man alive, this is over the moon. This is really great. So The orange is such a beautiful, beautiful orange scent. It reminds me of the Orange Juice Special that I love from Grumpy Girl Candle Company. It's fresh. It really smells like it really smells like fresh orange juice, or like you just peeled an orange, without being candy. And there's no sort of cleaner scent to it. It's not overly candy sugar. It's just a true, authentic orange. Mixed with cake. The cake is light. It's not super intense with the cake, which is fine. I'm thinking that the cake actually... Well, no. I correct myself. The cake is on top. That is a yellow cake scent. Again, it is slightly overpowered by the orange, which is fine, because it's not just a cake scent. It's an Easter basket, so you're getting cake with a lot of orange, which is fresh spring. Ooh. I'm inhaling these little glitters. A little bit of vanilla, and then layered with sugar crystals. So it's just, again, it's super sweet, but the orange is an authentic juice orange with just a really nice, maybe a tiny bit of lemon in that cake. I'd almost say like a lemon meringue cake, lightly, just a little bit. Just really, again, a beautiful, beautiful scent. So love that one. There won't be many I don't love, so be prepared for that. Next up, let's move to Curiouser and Curiouser. Where is that here? So this is one I wasn't sure going in what I would think of it or what it would smell like, because it's so complex, and that meant I had to order it. So follow me on this one. This says, this fun tart begins with notes of clary sage, Italian lemon, and a tiny bit of bergamot, followed by middle notes of spicy carnation and lily of the valley, with base notes of cedarwood, patchouli, and amber. So that is a scent. I mean, that really is a fragrance. That is a full-on, this could be a perfume, basically, based on that complex of a blend with the notes. So I'll open it, I'll pop it out so y'all can see it, and then I will give it a sniff. Okay. So a light pink wax. She's got, I forget what those are called. Gosh, I'm totally blanking on that type of jewelry. That it's just like a portrait, basically a carved portrait, usually in like ivory or in some sort of stone, I suppose. So let's sniff it. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe how good this is. Based on the notes, it really is, it's completely its own thing. It's almost hard to pull out all of those notes because it blends together so effortlessly. I would say the closest thing, it's actually fresh. I wouldn't even call it a floral. I wouldn't call it a perfume at all. Almost smells like a very, very light sort of, I hate to say fabric softener because it's not like a duplicate for, Gain laundry detergent or anything like that, but there's something very light. It's very, very delicate, fresh, but a bit of floral to it. Now, sage, there's not a lot of sage, but I could see it there. Again, a little bit, the lemon is there just as like a wisp of fresh lemon. Same with the bergamot. Carnation, lily of the valley, kind of light, little sweeter florals, not overly powdery. And the cedarwood, patchouli, and amber are so delicate. It just blends together so beautifully. I can't get over how much I like this. I think it'll be really just lovely burning or melting. So yeah, that's actually something that, if I knew how wonderful it was, I would have bought more than one, but I just grabbed the one of those because I was curious, as the name explains. Next up, keep your temper, little girl. All right, let's see here. Keep your temper with a little shadow of Alice there. We got yellow bottom and then a white top with gold or yellow glitter. And this one is fresh lemongrass and lemon curd mixed together. Are topped with a layer of marshmallow. I love me some marshmallow. I may not be intensely excited about bakery, but I love marshmallow. That is, again, that'll be your cleaner lemon for those looking for that. But it's a little creamier than that. And now, first I'm just talking about the bottom here. Lemongrass is very herbal. If you know lemon mint leaf, you know lemongrass. If you know, it's sort of like similar to a verbena. It's very, very green, kind of citrusy smelling, used in Thai cooking and many cuisines. Lemon curd is where the creaminess comes from, but in intensity. Gives it a little bit of that bakery kind of jammy marmalade kind of scent, and then the marshmallow. Marshmallow's a little overpowered by such strong lemongrass and lemon curd, but it's there because it does tone down the intensity of the other two. So I don't smell it on its own, but it really does blend together. So that's very nice. This is a slightly basic compared to some of the other ones, but it's a lovely, you know, creamy, sweet, herbal lemon because of the lemongrass mixed in with that lemon curd. Then we're getting into ones that I was really, really excited about, the tea scents. So Bath & Body Works really doesn't do many tea scents. They've had one or two. I love London Calling, but let's face it, that's kind of, you know, popping open a can of, you know, Lipton Brisk, like cheap iced tea. Not a true brewed tea, and I'm a lover of tea, you know, fresh brewed real tea across the board, all types. So I was really excited. There are a ton of tea wax tarts here in the Alice collection, which makes sense. Mad Hatter. So there are, I think, maybe, what, four? I think, yeah, there are about 4 tea scents in here that I'm really excited about that we're getting actually into next. The next 3 we're going to talk about are some of the tea scents. So I was incredibly excited about that. I got, I think, 2 of each of the tea ones just because they're so rare from, you know, in my experience. The first one is It's Always Tea Time. So where is It Is Always Tea Time? It's hiding behind our card here. So It's Always Tea Time, dark purple wax, and I believe actually it looks to me, I'm not sure, let me show you guys, I'm not sure, these flowers, to me it looks like, it's funny, I thought that it was lavender, but now that I look at it, I think it actually could be dried violets or something. The notes in this one are sweet black tea, honey crystals, tart lemon, and a drop of cardamom. So it's not cardamom. I'm not really sure what that is. It looks kind of like dried violets to me, or just like the herbs they use in a tea. So let me sniff it. Getting it out of here without making a huge mess. All right, so yeah, so it's just, again, a solid color, a solid block. This is not what I expected. Now there is, of course, there is tea to it, but this comes off a little floral fresh to me. Honey, tea, lemon. It's not what I would expect for tea and lemon. Not that it's a bad thing. I love cardamom. Lemongrass cardamom, Bath & Body Works Aromatherapy is one of my old-time favorites. This one's a little confusing to me. I feel like the notes may not actually be accurate on this. I don't know if the listing was switched or something's different. Maybe I'll contact her to see if for sure this is the It's Always Tea Time, because to me, this, or maybe I'll look through her scent list, this definitely seems more like a fresh floral, maybe with a little bit of tea, but it definitely leans much more floral to me, which the embed there with all the dried flowers would kind of lean towards that. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's nice, but it doesn't, for me, it doesn't match the scent description at all, actually. Then we've got Lemon Tea Party. This one, really nice. So let's open it up. Pop it out. So this is mainly one wax with just a little layer of a glaze of another. So you've got like a honey-colored, oatmeal-colored wax, a little bit of a lemon-colored wax on top with the lemon glitter crystals. The notes for this one are the soothing scent of black tea blended with tart, juicy lemon. Nice and basic. Can't go wrong. Oh my gosh, this is really nice. Now, it doesn't have the sort of tannic, like dryness, kind of almost bitterness that I'm looking for in a tea scent to really be kind of invigorating. It leans softer and sweeter, but it's still really, really nice. And actually, the tea, I'm glad it doesn't remind me of London Calling, because again, I like the London Calling candle Bath & Body Works, but it's just a little too sweet and fake scented when I'm looking for an authentic tea. This reminds me a lot, actually, if you know eucalyptus tea, the Stress Relief Aromatherapy blend at Bath & Body Works, which I never really gave much weight to it being a tea scent, but it's funny, this smells almost like a duplicate to that without the eucalyptus. Not that that's very strong in the aromatherapy blend, but... And then on the top here, this is certainly the lemon. So it's a nice tiny shot of lemon, just enough, as opposed to being half and half or a full sort of overlay there. But yeah, it's very soft, pure tea. To me, it's almost like a tea with milk, without the milk being overpowering. It does lend... The thing that I think makes me remind me of the eucalyptus tea is that there's some not full on floral, but there's something aromatic in the floral sense, almost like a lemon or orange blossom kind of thrown in the mix here, which makes it a little bit less like a cup of tea, or like it's a little bit more of like black tea blended with herbals, like an herbal black tea is what I get. A little more than say a pure English breakfast black tea, but that's fine. I love it. And then Mad Hatter's Tea Party. Where is he? Right here. All right. So this one, we got tea on the bottom. I assume sort of the same tea from Lemon Tea Party. And then a mint green on top. And there's a little image of that Mad Hatter. I'm going to pop this out. Okay. Set that down there. So again, yeah, this is the tea on the bottom. And then this. And the notes are white tea is layered under cool Moroccan mint in this refreshing tart. And then you just got a ton of glitter crystals there. Now, white tea is the same tea leaf. It's just it's harvested very, very early, young buds. It's not, it doesn't. They don't ferment it. They don't roast it. They don't really do much of anything to it. It's a very young, tender, light tea. And I get that from this. This is very light. Yeah, this is really like, oh, now I'm just talking about the tea right now part, it really is like opening if you, say you go to, if you don't go to actual tea shops, maybe if you go to Whole Foods or something and they have like the, $15 canisters, I believe, I forget the brand because I actually am not super impressed with their teas, but it's the canister, like a tube canister of circular tea bags, and they have a white tea, or a lot of white teas, and it really smells, it's very delicate, light and fresh like that. And then we've got this overlay with the star of the show, really, this Moroccan mint. Holy cats. It is such a beautiful, pure, light mint. I need an entire tart in this Moroccan mint. It reminds me a bit of like the Sweet Spearmint test candle from Bath & Body Works, where it is not going to burn your nose out. I'd say some people might say it leans a tiny bit towards chewing gum, but again, there's so many mint chewing gum, of course you're going to think that, but a tiny hint of, again, like an aromatic, almost not floral to it, but just like it's not one note. It's like it's a complex mint with like different attributes to it, and it's just delicate but fresh, and I'd say almost intoxicating. It's not refreshing in like a whoosh kind of refreshing. So it's perfect. Really, really nice. Then we've got Marzipan poppycakes. Now, again, bakery, not always my thing, but I think almond cheesecake? Might have been almond marzipan cheesecake from Bathing Garden. In my first order from her, I fell in love with it. So I thought marzipan, almond, close enough. I like almond scents. And the notes on this one are creamy almond marzipan is swirled with, well, actually, let's open it and look at it because there are a lot of notes here. I want to read them all to you and be able to get into it. So I'll try to speed up a bit. I know it's a long video. So on the bottom here, we've got, I assume, which is the marzipan. And then we've got this layer on top, mixed a little bit with the white there. And then a tiny little dried flower in the corner. And the notes are, creamy almond marzipan is swirled with pomegranate, orange, and spicy notes of cinnamon and cardamom. Again, it's just like so much going on there. I love it. So, creamy almond marzipan. It is there. It's a little... I feel like there's a lot actually. There's on this side. There's like a lot of the pomegranate and orange and spice mixed in there. It truly is swirled. The marzipan is creamy. It's there. It reminds me a little bit of like a hair product kind of almond almost, like a shampoo. I really like it, but it's not as it's actually not as bakery or creamy kind of paste as I was hoping for. The other notes are there. The orange, don't really get cinnamon. Pomegranate and orange, I suppose. In some ways, parts of this almost remind me a bit of like a Bath & Body Works signature collection, kind of gourmand, fruity. I'll have to see what this melts like. It's hard to place exactly. There's some notes in there that I'm not picking out. It's hard to place exactly what this is. It's not a love for me. I like it. But when I was thinking marzipan cake with like cardamom or something a little edgy in there, I was going more for a little more of a true bakery, trying to branch out. And that's not really what I was looking for with that. Sea of Tears, right here in the middle. You see here, it is all blue with a pretty white rose embed and these tiny little white pearl beads on top. So very, very pretty. The notes in this one, this pretty tart begins with fresh air, sea salt, ocean mist, and aquatic florals. Green notes and beachy musks round it out, refreshing and beautiful. So I wanted something that was more of a fresh air because we've got a lot of, sort of sweet and teas and juicy stuff around here. And this is really just this is so, it is so lovely. I really, yeah, this is very impressive. It's not like, say, the oceanside kind of scent that you may be thinking when you're thinking of a fresh air or a sea salt. It's not even like a seashore or beach grass. I get a little bit of, it reminds me almost of Beachside, the old Bath & Body Works candle, because of the tiny bit of the beachy musks. Like maybe an orange blossom, a little neruli, tiny bit of like, I don't even like ylang ylang. And there's light sea salt, ocean mist. The aquatic florals are there, kind of like some of the Lakeside collection, Dockside, Lakeside from Bath & Body Works. The green flowers, aquatic florals. She really spot on described this. So this is very, very nice. Beachy, but almost not like a hot beach summer day, but it's almost like I don't know. It's funny. I think of it as like if you go to a beach in January in a part of the world where it's just a little too cool to swim. Maybe it's in the high 50s, low 60s or something. It's like a cool ocean. So really, really, really nice. Then we've got 4 more. Stick with me here. It's worth it. We've got Tea Party with Alice, which is probably the prettiest tart that she's got here. It's so pretty. The attention to detail, again, out of this world. So look at this. Tell me you wouldn't pay more than $3.50 for that. We've got a really pretty, incredibly intense pink mauve bottom there. The blue on top, sort of a white glaze, a rose embed with all those beads and glitter crystals. It's fun. It makes it fun. The notes are bottom layer of black lemon tea, topped with strawberry jam and drizzled with sweet honey cream. My goodness. All right, let's see here. So, black tea with lemon. Yep, this is the black tea that is in the lemon tea party, and I assume also in Mad Hatter. It's her pure lemon tea scent. Again, it reminds me of like the eucalyptus tea from Bath & Body Works. So I almost call it a creamy tea. And then she says with strawberry jam, all I need is a scone and I'm set. Strawberry, yeah, there's strawberry jam on there. I usually don't love strawberry scents, but this works because it's in small doses. And then just enough of that, yeah, the honey glaze, isn't that what it says? Sweet honey cream. The honey is actually pretty strong. For the small amount of the honey cream there, you definitely get honey from this. Creamy honey. Yeah, this is just, she should win an award for that, because that's a difficult thing to blend and get the ratios right, and she completely did 100%. So that's that. Nothing whatever. All right, I think this is one that I really loved. I should have gotten more than one, but I didn't. Nothing whatever. Earthy wild mint and ivy, topped with a layer of vanilla cream. So let's pop this out. So this is really pretty too. So you've got the white on the bottom and then a swirl of green and white with a bunch of toppers there. Now, yeah, ooh, I love this mint because it's not peppermint, it's not spearmint, it doesn't smell like gum or candy. I almost get a bit of marshmallow. It's earthy in the sense that it's not 100% mint. Perhaps it's the ivy coming in, but to me it smells like you're walking through a field, like a big open field that has a ton of mint, but maybe has a little bit of lavender in it and some sweet florals near it. Now, there's not floral in this, but it's almost like I almost feel like I get like a marshmallow cream. What does it say here? Yeah, vanilla cream. So almost like a marshmallow kind of vanilla mixed with like 60% mint. Like I'd give it 5% sort of, again, like a lavender or something. Just kind of a breeze coming through the air from maybe a lavender field an acre or two away. And just that ivy is the lightest bit of green. Again, just giving it that, you know, walking through a huge open field of mint and deliciousness. Gosh, that's just so, so great. People who don't love mint, I think, would still love that because it's not, again, it's not chewing gum. Then tea with the Queen of Hearts. This tart is the most amazing scent of rooibos red tea. Now, rooibos red tea, it's sometimes pronounced rooibos. It's not rooibos or anything weird like that, or rooibos. It's not tea in the sense of, you know, it's not from a tea leaf. It's actually, it's from Africa. It's commonly called African red bush. Rooibos means red bush. And it's essentially, it's an herbal tea, so it's caffeine free. Again, it's not a tea, it's a plant that I think is actually in the legume family. But it's in, you know, it's commonly referred to as red tea. And it's in lots of blends if you get herbal teas. And so, but it's a really nice, earthy, sweet, floral herbal tea. Just on its own, it's incredible. So I was crazy excited that there was a rooibos tea blend here, because how rare is that? You don't find red tea scents everywhere. And that's all we're told. There's like a black heart there. I feel like maybe originally there may have been other things listed in here for tea with the Queen of Hearts. It was something about she likes everything red, and I feel like it was a mix of different red items. The description here just says rooibos red tea. The tea is there. It's not a huge, huge strong standout, but rooibos tea on its own is not. But it's definitely there. I almost get a hint of rose as well, which maybe this is red roses in rooibos tea. Yeah, there's definitely like a light, authentic, calm sort of floral to this, mixed with the tea. So yeah, I'm not as over the moon about it as I thought I may be, but I still really, really like it, and I straight up just appreciate that she goes to do something that some people would think is weird, but I love. Then we've got, those are the ones that I ordered. And then she was super generous and threw in, again, this little freebie over here, like the coffee and cake, and then two others. So first up, let's do white mint fudge cake. Now this is, again, she's just so generous. She threw in a full-on clamshell over there in the strawberry nonsense that I'll get to. And then this here, which is sort of another extra. Now I don't have the scent description for this, of the white mint fudge cake. And it's kind of fun here in this wax paper. And it's just a huge old chunk. And it's a lot of wax. This is, I would be surprised if this is not the same or more. Now you see it's not split. So because of that, the weight, I think this is probably as much wax as you get in a clamshell. White mint fudge cake. This is damn good. It is white chocolate through and through with a hint of mint. Reminds me a bit of the mint chocolate from Bath & Body Works, but a little more complex because it really is white chocolate, so it's creamier. And it should be fudge. I'm not sure of the fudge, but I definitely get sort of a bakery note to it, almost a crust, like a chocolate crust, kind of. Maybe that's the fudge I'm getting. Something I wouldn't have necessarily ordered, but it's just really nice, so I will take it. And then finally, if you stuck with me, gosh, I can't believe how long this video is. I'm sorry, guys. Is Strawberry Nonsense, which I wouldn't have ordered because I don't usually like strawberry scents, but she gave it as a free sample, so I will not say no. And it says, creamy zucchini bread is blended with strawberry jam and sun-ripened strawberries with bottom notes of cotton candy and French vanilla. Now, I've never tried a zucchini bread blend, so it's kind of fun for me to get that. I've seen so many videos where people are smelling them or buying them, so there we go. I love this and I hate this. I think I love actually the zucchini bread that's in this. It kind of smells like zucchini bread, which surprises me. The strawberries are there. They're a little fake for me. I think the strawberry jam would have been fine, but the sun-ripened strawberries, where you're getting a pure strawberry, does not work for me. It's almost a little... It tastes like... It smells like... It smells like artificial sweetener tastes to me. I think that's my problem with strawberry scents, is that it's as if you put equal or sweet and low on the tip of your tongue. That's what I get. Cotton candy, French vanilla, I suppose. This one, there's a little funny something. This one actually smells kind of plasticky to me, as if like the wax was too hot or something when it was put into the clamshell. I don't know if that's possible, but I get a bit of like a melted plastic note, which I assume will go away with burning. I like the creamy zucchini bread. It's an interesting blend. I certainly will melt it. Not my favorite, but hey, you don't look a gift horse in the mouth or in the face or whatever that is. So I apologize for such a long ass video, guys. I hope you were able to get through this. It's a lot of fun. Bathing Garden, the best of the best. She'll have more openings soon at thebathinggarden.com if you weren't able to get in for this one. If you have questions, hit me up either here or preferably over on Facebook at facebook.com/TouchTheFireTwice, where we can continue the convo. And that's about it. Until next time, take care.